Good morning. It is 7 a.m. on December 21st. It's a Monday and I am at work and my office kind of looks like Santa's shop right now. I have a ton of presents on my back desk and like cards and stuff ready to hand out to all of my work people. And also I'm meeting up with friends this evening, so I'm going to give them their gifts too. And yeah, a slightly tired girl. This weekend was pretty stellar. I had a really good weekend. What did I do? I can't remember what I did on Friday. I did something on Friday. I was really excited for it. And then I did it. Oh, my niece was in town. I saw my niece. I went shopping. It was awesome. And Saturday, my uncle came over, and my brother and sister and my cousin, and we had this like family gathering. And then my bestie and I went hunting for lights. We went driving around. We're drinking Starbucks, singing Christmas carols, looking at lights with my son. It was awesome. Um, Sorry, I think I'm getting a bit of a sore throat. I hope I'm not, because I really don't want to be sick over the holidays, but I think I might be getting a bit of sore throat. Um, Sunday. Yesterday was a tale of two dates. Two dates. I had a date with my local gentleman who I really like. He was like, come over and watch Netflix with me. It'll be awesome. We'll hang out. And I was like, is that code for something? Because I think that's code for something. But it wasn't code for anything. It was code for come over to my house, we'll watch Netflix, and hang out. It was really awesome. We watched Ant-Man, which is, it's in there with the rest of the... I mean, it's not the best of the superhero genre, but it wasn't the worst either. So it was pretty okay, and I laughed a bit, and it was nice. And he had his two dogs plus a dog he was dog sitting over. So it was like snuggly, warm, cuddly puppy. Snuggled up next to him on the couch was a dog, him, me, another dog, and then a dog at our feet, and it was like so comfy, and I just had a really great time, and I enjoy his energy. He like gave me a tour of his house and showed me all the stuff he had built, and like did backflips in his backyard and showed off doing pull-ups on the pull-up bar he installed in his backyard, and climbed his tree and like flipped over, and he's very physical. I had a grand time. It was really nice. It was really wonderful being with him. I just enjoy his energy, and I like him as a person, which is great. And then the second date I had, so that was in the early afternoon. I went over to his house at noon. I left by roughly 4-ish. And then I had this other date with this person who okay, for those of you who don't know, I have broken eyes, so I don't drive, right? I have to take public transit, and I live in San Diego where there is shit public transit. It's really bad. It's not like it's New York City and you can just hop and go anywhere and it's no big deal. Here it's a big deal not to have a car. And these two individuals live very far south of me. And with the first one, it's early afternoon, no problem. I can get down there. I can get back home, no problem with public transit, and I don't have to sit outside in the dark, and it's not a big deal. The second one, he wanted me to meet him at 8 p.m. And when he first said 8 p.m., I was like, that's really late. That's like really late for me. If I meet up at 8 p.m., even if we just hang out for an hour, then I'm going to have to catch a bus at 9 p.m. and get up home and not get home until like 11 o'clock at night because of the distance between our houses. I'm not okay with it. And he was like, no, I really want to see you. It's no big deal. I'll drive you home. And I'm like, you'll drive me home from your house to my house. It's like a half-hour drive. It's not a 2-hour bus, but it's still a half-hour drive, and that'll be a 1-hour round trip for you. Are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I really want to see you. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I can do it because I'm going to go see someone else in the morning, and then I can just stay down south and come over at 8, and we can do this. It's fine. We'll do it, right? I was kind of hesitant, kind of reluctant, but I said yes because he was willing to drive me home. And so I did that thing. I went to the one gentleman's house, had a lovely time with him, said peace out, caught a bus, took like a half-an-hour bus ride to get to the part of town that this other gentleman lives in, even though they're relatively close. It's still buses. They take forever. So I took a half-an-hour bus, and then I grabbed dinner, and I went for a 2-mile walk, wandered around, looked in all these cute little shops, And then I was like done looking at all the cute little shops, and there's not much else to do in that part of town once you've eaten and looked at cute shops. So I walked into this place that gives massages and asked them if they had an availability, and they just happened to have an availability, so I got a massage. And by the time I got out of the massage, it was like 7:30, and I'm supposed to meet this gentleman at like 8, right? And he sends me a text message when I get out of the massage. I find that he had sent me a text message saying he's running really late and he might have to reschedule. And I was like, are you kidding me? You have to reschedule? Are you kidding me? Like, seriously right now? I told you that I was gonna have to like hang out for hours waiting for you, and you don't even have the consideration to tell me that you're not gonna be available for this stupid thing like until a half an hour before. What the hell? You have to know that even if I wasn't going to hang out downtown for hours waiting for you, it takes longer than 30 minutes for me to get from my house to your house. Public transit, it's like a 2 hour, hour and a half, 2 hour, depending on which version I'm taking, like journey. So I'm already on my way. Even if I hadn't hung out, I would have been like nearly there. I would have been on a bus almost there by the time he texted me. And I was just not cool with it. I was just not cool with it. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'm going home. Like, I'm gonna get on a bus and go home. And he was like, oh, I don't know that I have to reschedule right now. I'm like, it is 7:30. If you don't know that you're gonna be able to see me at 8, half an hour before when we're supposed to meet up, then you can't see me. End of story. I'm not playing that game. I'm not gonna hang around hoping you can see me, and then at like 8:15, 8:20 you go, oh, I'm really sorry, I have to reschedule, and I'm still stuck on a freaking bus until like 11 p.m. at night. So I just caught a bus. Like, thankfully there was one that was coming within 5 minutes, so I just walked to the bus stop from where I got my massage, not even a really long walk, got on the bus, got home, was home by 9 p.m. It wasn't the end of the, well, I was at Escondido Transit Center by 9 p.m. I didn't actually get home until like 9:15, 9:20. Not really the biggest deal on the planet, but I was really pissed. And then he was like trying to get in my good graces and being like, oh, we can hang out next weekend. And I was like, bitch, please, we are not hanging out next weekend. I'm not doing this shit again for you. No, you have lost your chance. You asked me to go on a date with you, and I reluctantly said yes because you said you would drive me home, and then you bailed, and I'm sorry, but we are done. End of story. You don't have a good excuse for me. Your excuse is I was running late. Hi, that's not a good excuse. If you have plans with somebody, you be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Otherwise, you're done, at least if that someone is me. So that was my tell of 2 dates. One was amazing and fabulous, and the other one was a big slap in the face, and I'm never going out with that person again. Anyway, hope you all had wonderful weekends.